Hello everybody and welcome back for more Let's Play Luigi's Mansion. So now that we know of our objective to go and find all the ghosts and capture them and suck them all up, we're going to do so right now because, you know, we got a nice little poltergeist that doesn't suck because it sucks. First we got a phone call from Professor Egad, or Game Boy Protocol rather.
Hold up a sec, Luigi. It's me, Professor Egad. I detect spirits stronger than we've yet seen lurking ahead. I think it must be some of those escaped gallery ghosts. You should know that they're really different from the other ghosts you've seen so far. They don't show their hearts very easily. Nope, not at all. When you find one, you should first use the X button to search its heart for clues. Sometimes you can learn the best way to surprise them. Well, Luigi, I'll keep my fingers crossed for you.
Alright, yep, thank you so much. So let's go ahead and head over this way with our newly acquired key and into the hallway. Ooh, look at all those coins. Ooh, coinsies. Ooh, it's gonna pick it up. It's like, ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, it leads us to this door here. Well, let's go see what's inside of it. Shall we? Ow! Oh, fuck. Damn, flat like a pancake. Yeah, those are the fake doors. You really do want to be careful when you see them, though. There's actually a way to tell the difference. So, if you actually don't see a placemat in front of the door, then those are definitely fake. But if you do, then they're real. Alright, so we're inside the study, and... Oh, God, flying books. Well, first I want to go check over on this table, or the chair. I think, well, just inside this this chair. Yeah, watch out for those flying books that are trying to come right after you. God damn, last thing I wanted to see is those flying books. And there's a speed ghost, so let's go and try to suck up... Oh, you motherfucker! I almost had my chance. God damn it. Okay, yeah, if you want to try to catch a speedy ghost, then yeah, you can do so. But yeah, but sometimes these books will actually try to impede your progress and try to just hit you in the head. Alright, so there's one of the portrait ghosts. And oh my god, it's another fucking Nigel Thornberry. Well, let's go and analyze him right here. Ho, 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 ho. Go ahead, try to find me. I can see you, but you cannot see me. Ho, 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 ho. Alright, so yeah, basically, if you analyze the portrait ghosts, what they do is that they'll basically provide hints on exactly how to capture them. So, if you see him, then, you know, he'll disappear, but you have to wait until he yawns, and then that way there, he'll have his heart exposed, and then you suck him up. This here is Neville, and so, you know, that's basically, you know, he's one of those researchers, or just, you know, just reading the book, though. Exactly, well, I'm not sure exactly how he died, though, but you do get their biography and, you know, kind of learn how they died. So when it comes to the portrait ghosts, they're definitely stronger than the ghosts we've seen so far. And so, you know, yeah, like I said, whenever you you just analyze them with the Game Boy Horror and, you know, just scan their hearts, they will, you know, they'll say some dialogue and then they'll basically just, you know, they'll provide some hints or clues on how exactly to just, you know, expose them and, you know, shine the lights at them and then just suck them out like that, though. Usually, well, I think that might be the case just for the starter portrait ghost, because I know Neville actually had 100 HP. I'm not sure if it's going to be the same for the later ones, though, because I think they'll probably be stronger later on in the game, though. But, again, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, it's kind of been some time since I've, you know, last played this game, though, and, you know, played this game, because I played through, like, you know, just a few times. But yeah, that's actually what it is, though. And so, you know, if you actually just, you know, be able to suck them up all the way through, then you'll definitely get some good points for that, or just, you know, get some nice little bonuses. What it is, though, is that you'll see these pearls actually just start coming out, and ooh, look at oh, cash. Oh yeah, more the mother load. Give me the mother load. But yeah, you'll see a bunch of the pearls that will come out here. Like there's the big ones, the medium-sized ones, and smaller ones. You want to make sure to pick up those pearls because I think they also add with your overall money that you've collected, and so that actually does help for the money you get, because, you know, like I say, you do get graded for the end towards the end of the game, depending on the money that you collect. So yeah, you want to make sure to pick those up. But yeah, if you're actually lucky enough to actually just, you know, not be able to stop during the middle of having to suck up the those portrait ghosts, then yeah, you'll get some really good rewards for it too. And so that's how I was able to do, just by sucking up Neville all the way through, and, you know, having not been interrupted. Now, another good way to actually identify the doors, whether they're real or fake, is that, you know, if you actually use the poltergeist on them, and if they start to shake, then it's real. If they don't, then yeah, they're fake ones. Now we have this lady here. This is Lydia. Isn't my hair just gorgeous? Of course, I do spend a lot of time on it. I was so bored cooped up in that painting. Now I spend all my time in front of the mirror. It seems to scare people, though, so everything is coming up roses. Alright, so there doesn't seem to be much of a hint. Well, actually, as a matter of fact, maybe there is kind of what it is, though. What we have to do is that you have to pull over the curtain that's on the window, and then what Lydia will do is that she'll try to close the curtain, and then that'll be your chance to expose her, because she'll expose her heart. So, yeah, so go ahead and just, you know, suck her up there. And look at that! I was actually trying to corner here, though, but if you actually manage to literally corner them, you know, just by going in the corner there, then you pretty much win this fight because, you know, you actually get a real nice chance. But just make sure you're still capable with the controls and just, you know, use the way you're supposed to when psyching of those ghosts. But you know, if you have the ghost corner though, then yeah, they're pretty much your bitch. So so yeah, just make sure you do all that, and then yeah, you pretty much win this fight. And so I think I was kind of lucky enough to actually just would be able to corner her. So yeah, like I said, I can't exactly remember if I can be able to describe exactly how those portrait ghosts die, because, you know, because they say they know they that they were originally once living beings that were well already obviously they died, but you actually do get their biography after you've captured them in portraits, and then you kind of see the details, and then they at least explain how they died though. But yeah, I think well, I'm not quite sure how exactly Lydia died though, but she's supposed to be she's actually Neville's wife. Yeah, they're actually a married couple. And there's actually one more ghost or portrait ghost in the as part of their family. Now, one thing I wanted to say though is that if you see those yeah, see those ceiling fans like this ceiling fan. If you continue to use the poltergeist on it and, you know, do it for quite a long time, you know, because it takes some time here, you'll get quite a bit of cash there too. So make sure you do that. Because, you know, like I say, you want to make sure to check every kind of nook and cranny there is, like, you know, the master bed or the ceiling fan or, you know, other stuff there, and you'll get like a bunch of cash because they could be very well hidden in there. And now this last door, and we hear a strange baby crying come from there, but. Yeah, if you check on the map on the Game Boy Horror just by pressing the Y button, then yeah, you'll get to see where exactly you need to go, because you'll see the key in place. All right, so we're in the nursery right now, and is that a ghost baby? Oh yeah, you're wrong, but I keep doing that because, you know, damn muscle memory. Let's see here, Horsey, Rocky, Horsey. Oh, yep, that is obviously here because we have a rocking horse. But first things first, though. If you go into this, well, don't call for Mario. If you go into this drawer, you'll see this big heart. That actually gives you 50 health. So, especially for these, well, spoiler warning, there's a bit of a, we're going to be encountering a boss ghost. So if you ever see this this big heart, make sure to pick those up before you fight. Yeah, just, well, you know, at least do it before the fight, though, because, you know, you definitely will need it. Oh, God, fuck, poison mushroom, fuck. Okay, yeah, be careful of that, too, so. So yeah, we have a ghost baby. That's actually sad when you think about it. Like a baby already dying, not only, like, you know, a few months in. Alright, so basically it's saying here is that you want to rock the horse, or the rocky horse, and then, yeah, hey, you want to play with me? No, I don't, no, that's creepy, no. I can't, I want to do babysitting, no. Alright, so what we gotta do is, you see this bouncing ball right here, then you just, you know, suck it up, and then throw it right at it. That's, ow, that's cruel. I mean, I know he's a ghost and all that, but, you know, still.
Ow, you gave me an owie. I just wanted to play with you. I hate grown-ups. Why do you have to be bigger than me? I've had enough. Small, now grow smaller. Small, itsy, tiny, little, wee, gaga, goo goo ga.
Shit. Oh, God. You know, yeah, it's always the baby. It's always the baby that has to be, you know, the boss ghost, and, you know, would cause the most trouble here. But yeah, that was the hint that you had to do, you know, based on that, and then, you know, just rock that little rocky horse, and then, you know, that's how you wake it up, and then that's what you do. Now, obviously enough that, as we just saw, we actually weren't able to suck with the ghost, and so now we have an encounter with this. Oh, God, yep, always gotta be the scary one. It's always the babies that have to be the scariest ones. They have to play it up here, I mean, because, you know, it's kind of like a, I don't know, survival horror mystery game is what it is. Why is it that baby just, you know, the way it did that punch actually gave me some JoJo vibes somehow? It really does. Oh my God, a JoJo reference. Anyway, so this here is Chauncey, the ghost baby. So yeah, this is actually our very first encounter, or boss encounter. Yeah, this is our very first boss in this game. So yeah, like I said, it's always the baby that we have to fight as a boss, and not so much with the regularly sucking up the portrait ghosts. So what we have to do here is that, you know, Luigi is going to the small size and, you know, just be small for that crib, and, you know, just about the same size as the baby. So what we have to do is that basically how Chauncey attacks is that he'll send over those rocky horses right over at you, and if you ever see them, you actually just go right in their line of sight. They'll come charging at you, but you actually can still be able to avoid them just by, you know, keep walking, and then they will hit you. Now, the next thing you'll do is that he'll start sending out those bouncy balls, and you just have to avoid them, so just keep moving around, and so, you know, just avoid them. And, you know, whenever you see that one bouncy ball that doesn't move around, and so that just stays in place, all you have to do is suck up the bouncy ball to have attached to the vacuum nozzle, and then you just have to let go of it, and then make sure you hit it directly at Chauncey. And then that's when Chauncey's tower will be exposed, and then that's when you go and suck it up. And then after that, then, you know, for the next phase, then, you know, he'll start to just bounce around or just, you know, do some belly flops right at you. So, you know, just be careful of that as well. But, you know, but after that, though, you just lather, rinse, repeat, and then you should be good. Now, unlike with the other portrait ghosts, or at least any other ghosts for that matter, you can only, you can't really suck them up just once all the way through. Yeah, you actually have a few attempts for that. So you can only suck him up so much, though, and then he'll just, you know, break free, and then he'll continue with his next attacks, like, you know, with this bouncing belly flops here. And so, yeah, that's all you do. Just avoid around. But, you know, it's not too hard, I would say, though. You know, they're very easy to avoid. Just, you know, at least be careful with what you have to do. I mean, if you know what you're doing, then, you know, it's not too hard. But, you know, for this next phase, then the Rocky Horses will actually be a little faster and kind of more accurate. So, you know, just still avoid them. But, you know, just repeat the whole process. But, yeah, like I say, you can't really suck them up, like, you know, just once all the way through, or just for one whole streak. You have to do it just, like, a few streaks, because, you know, that's the whole thing with the boss ghosts. But after this one, then we should be good to go, and there we go. All right, and now Chauncey has been sucked up, and so we've defeated our first boss ghost. And we're back to normal now. Cool. And there's a special chest for us, so let's open it, and, oh, a heart-shaped key. That is a plot important key, so that'll take us to the very next area. And, oh yeah, of course, you get a phone call from or Game Boy Hero call. I keep on calling phone call, because that's what it is, essentially.
Luigi, can you hear me? Oh, thank goodness you're okay. I lost contact with you all of a sudden. I was a tad worried. You seem to be a bit tuckered out after that long battle, don't you? Why don't you come on back to the lab? When you vacuum a boss ghost, your Poltergeist 3000 gets pretty much full to bursting. But, ho-ho! I guess you showed that boss ghost who's boss.
Yeah, I see what you did there.
Oh yeah, totally see what you did there. Good job, Luigi. You made it back in one piece. Take a gander at this. This fine piece of work took nearly 20 years to develop. I call it the Ghost Portrificationizer.
I think I said it right, yeah.
This machine lets us turn the ghosts into captured paintings. Not only that, it works in reverse too.
I'm saying it wrong.
Well, how do we use the yes? Well, it's simple. Just plug that Poltergeist 3000 into that slot and enjoy the ride, my boy.
Alright, so this one, yeah, that's actually just what it does, you know, just turns the ghosts back into portraits, because, you know, since he lost the portrait ghosts, and so we just had to, you know, revert them back to their portrait states, and, you know, just to watch it do its thing, and, wow, he's actually pretty gleeful when he's seeing that here, just gets excited for it. Alright, so let's see the whole processor here. Is he doing the Naruto run? Oh my god, he is doing the Naruto run. Look at him! What the hell? Alright, so press invisible forms, and then that looks like the heater there, and presto! Turn them into beautiful ghost portraits. Alright, so basically what it is, though, is that the portraits will actually be different colors depending on how well you do against those, against the portrait ghosts. They can be either bronze, silver, or gold. And so, as you can see here, I think I actually just got the gold portrait, so that means I actually did pretty well. And so that thing just gives some good bonuses too. So yeah, look at that, some gold paintings too. And I think that's also a gold one for Chauncey. And you know, same with Neville and Lydia. So yeah, so yeah, like I said, depending on how well you do, then you know, then you get some you know, some gold portraits, and so you get some bonuses there too. So, and that should do it for this video. So next time on Let's Play Luigi's Mansion, we're gonna go to our next area. So I'll see you guys next time.